Have you ever wondered why a complete stranger in the Philippines might treat you like long-lost family? Or how an entire community can come together to literally pick up a neighbor's house and carry it on their shoulders? This isn't just being friendly. It's a completely unique way of seeing the world, forged by a dramatic history and a cultural secret that lives in the heart of every Filipino. It's the perspective that lets them find light in the darkest of times, build deep connections with just about anyone, and face down hardship with a smile that's become famous across the globe. Today, we're getting to the heart of that secret. We're going to explore everything from the ancient spirit of bayanihan to the incredible resilience that inspires the world. We'll look at the deep historical and psychological roots that make the Filipino perspective so profoundly different. So, if you've ever been touched by Filipino warmth or just amazed by their strength, you're in the right place. You're about to understand why. Before we get into the why, let's talk about the what. What are these standout traits that so many visitors notice? It really boils down to three things that are all connected: world-famous hospitality, an unbreakable community spirit, and a deep, profound sense of resilience. First up, hospitality. And we're not just talking about being polite. In the Philippines, hospitality is a genuine act of generosity and respect. Guests aren't just visitors, they're treated like family. You'll often be given the best seat in the house, served the most delicious food, and welcomed with a warmth that completely dissolves the line between stranger and friend. This is a culture where people with very little will still share everything they have just to make someone else feel at home. Next is the spirit of bayanihan. The classic image of this is incredible. A whole village working together to carry a family's traditional nipa hut to a new spot. Now, you might not see that exact scene much anymore. It's become more of a powerful symbol, but the spirit behind it is more alive than ever. Bayanihan is the soul of communal unity and selfless cooperation. It's the idea that the community's well-being is just as important as your own. You see this living value every day, from neighbors helping each other rebuild after a typhoon, to friends pooling their money to help someone in need. And finally, resilience. The Philippines is no stranger to hardship. It sits in the typhoon belt and on the Pacific Ring of Fire, making it one of the most disaster-prone countries on Earth. And yet, Filipinos are known for their staggering ability to endure, adapt, and somehow stay optimistic. Even when facing huge challenges, they consistently show a high level of hope. This isn't just about getting by. It's about finding joy, celebrating life, and looking to the future with a spirit that just won't quit. So where does all this come from? How did these incredible traits get so woven into the Filipino identity? To understand that, we have to look back. Way back. The foundation of the Filipino worldview wasn't built in a day. It was carved over thousands of years, starting long before any colonizers arrived. The first Filipinos were seafaring people living in small, tight-knit communities called barangays. That word, barangay, actually comes from the word for a type of boat, balangay. That's not just a fun fact, it's a huge clue. These early communities saw themselves as being, quite literally, in the same boat. That idea fostered a deep spirit of cooperation and trust that was absolutely essential for survival. Then came over 300 years of Spanish colonization, which changed the islands forever. The Spanish introduced Catholicism, which quickly became a central part of Filipino life, shaping beliefs, traditions, and values. The church became the heart of society, and religious festivals, or fiestas, became a cornerstone of the culture. But the Filipino community spirit didn't just vanish. Instead, it blended. Old indigenous beliefs merged with Catholic practices to create a unique folk Catholicism that you can still see today. It's a perfect example of Filipino adaptability, the ability to take foreign influences and weave them into their own cultural tapestry, making something totally new and distinctly Filipino. This long colonial history, followed by American and other influences, created a complex, layered identity. It also built a special kind of resilience, not about fighting back with aggression, but about enduring, finding joy, and holding on to who you are, even under immense pressure. But history alone doesn't fully explain the depth of this hospitality and community. To really get it, we need to talk about the secret ingredient: a core concept in Filipino psychology called kapwa. Kapwa is a Tagalog word that's famously hard to translate into English. It's often defined as shared self, or seeing yourself in another person. But it's even deeper than empathy. Kapwa is the gut-level recognition that you and the other person are connected, part of the same inner being. As the founder of Filipino psychology, Virgilio Enriquez, put it, kapwa means you have a moral duty to treat one another as equals. This is the very heart of it all. Kapwa is why a stranger is treated like family, because in this framework, there's no real other. We are all connected. It's why the community's well-being in Bayanihan feels just as important as your own. It's why hospitality isn't a chore, but a real act of sharing and connection. This one idea, kapwa, is the invisible thread that ties the history, the values, and the actions of the Filipino people together. So how do these deep-rooted values of Bayanihan, resilience, and kapwa show up today? You see them everywhere, in moments both big and small. Take the modern forms of Bayanihan. The iconic image of carrying a house has evolved, but the spirit is the same. During the COVID-19 pandemic, community pantries popped up all over the country, all running on one simple, powerful idea. Take what you need, give what you can. This was Bayanihan for the 21st century, a grassroots movement to support each other, no questions asked. When a super typhoon hits, Filipinos worldwide jump online, using social media to organize relief drives and crowdfund support. It's digital Bayanihan. Then there's the Filipino family, which is the strongest pillar of the society. The idea of family here goes way beyond parents and kids, creating a huge, powerful support system. This is why millions of overseas Filipino workers, or OFWs, endure years of being apart from their loved ones. They work abroad not for themselves, but to support their entire extended family back home. A massive sacrifice rooted in that collective sense of responsibility and love. This family focus, powered by kapwa, is also why you'll hear Filipinos call friends and even strangers by family titles like ata, big sister, kuya, big brother, tita, aunt, and tito, uncle. It's a habit in the language that points to a deeper truth, a desire to see everyone as part of one big family. And what about that resilience? You see it most clearly in the Filipino talent for finding joy, even when things are tough. The fiesta culture is a perfect testament to this. Even in places that have faced incredible hardship, communities will still pull together to celebrate, to share food, to dance, and to be grateful. This isn't about ignoring problems. It's about loudly declaring that life, community, and connection are stronger than any hardship. It's a conscious choice to lean into hope and positivity, a trait that continues to amaze and inspire the rest of the world. So the unique Filipino perspective isn't just one single thing. It's a powerful mix of ancient cooperation born from being in the same boat, a quiet strength forged through centuries of history, and a worldview held together by the profound idea of kapwa, that shared self that connects everyone. It's what turns a neighborhood into a family and a stranger into a friend. It's there in the selfless spirit of a community pantry, in the love that fuels an OFW's sacrifice, and in the world-famous hospitality that makes every guest feel like they've finally come home. It's a perspective built not on me, but on a deep and powerful sense of we. We've really only scratched the surface, and the best way to understand this is to experience it yourself. If you're Filipino, we would love for you to share in the comments what these values mean to you. How has kapwa or Bayanihan shown up in your life? Your stories are a huge part of this beautiful picture. And for everyone else, we hope this gives you a new way of seeing the world. We warmly invite you to not just visit the Philippines for its breathtaking beaches, but to truly connect with its people and experience the spirit that makes the country so special. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider subscribing and sharing it with someone who'd appreciate the incredible power of the Filipino spirit.